There's a difference between being unable to do something and being afraid to start. One keeps you still because you lack the skill. The other keeps you still because you already know you can. And that somehow feels even heavier. Kareem was 35 years old. He lived in a quiet village where the sound of hammers on metal used to echo through the mornings. His father had been the blacksmith. His grandfather too. Kareem had strong hands, rough palms, the kind shaped by years of holding tools. But he didn't forge anymore. He worked at the grain mill instead. Simple labor, predictable hours, no one watching. People in the village remembered his work. They still used the gates he'd made years ago. The blades, the hinges that never rusted. "Why doesn't Kareem work the forge anymore?" they'd ask. He'd smile, shrug, say something vague about being tired. But the real reason wasn't tiredness. It was fear. Every morning, Kareem walked past his father's old workshop. The anvil still sat in the corner. The tools hung on the wall like ghosts. He'd pause sometimes, run his fingers along the worn wood of the doorframe, and then the voice would come. "What if you've forgotten how? What if your hands shake now? What if people see you fail?" The voice wasn't loud. It didn't scream. It whispered, gently, constantly, and that's what made it so powerful. Kareem wasn't procrastinating because he was lazy. He was procrastinating because he cared too much, because the gap between who he used to be and who he feared he'd become felt too wide to cross. So he stayed at the mill, safe, unseen, unjudged. One evening, a traveling merchant's cart broke down near the village. The wheel axle had cracked. No one could fix it. Someone mentioned Kareem. He shook his head. "I don't do that work anymore." But the merchant was kind, patient. "I'm not asking for perfection," he said. "Just something that holds long enough to get me home." Kareem stood there, silent, and then something shifted. Not perfection, just something that holds. He walked to the forge, lit the fire. His hands trembled as he picked up the hammer. But he didn't wait for confidence. He just started. One strike, then another. The rhythm came back slowly, imperfectly, but it came back. The axle wasn't flawless, but it worked. The merchant thanked him, paid him, drove away. Kareem stood in the workshop, sweating, exhausted, and for the first time in years, he didn't feel afraid. He felt awake. Here's what Kareem learned that night. Procrastination isn't about lacking discipline. It's about fearing judgment more than you trust your own hands. The skill was never gone. It was just buried under the weight of what if. And the only way to silence that voice isn't to argue with it. It's to move anyway. The 1% lesson: you don't need to be ready. You don't need permission. You don't need the perfect moment. You just need to pick up the tool. Light the fire. Make one strike. Today, choose one small thing you've been avoiding. Not because you can't do it, but because you're afraid you won't do it perfectly. Do it badly. Do it scared. Do it anyway. That's not procrastination breaking. That's you remembering who you've always been, 1% at a time.